There we go. I think you done got that cane on there. I'm telling you, Missy. Now I gotta sit here and just stare at this thing. Is there somebody on here that looks like it's saying there's one person here watching, I think. I didn't get what my nephew was sitting there saying, young Missy. Where's my chaw? God dang it. Uh, he got him a fancy, one of them fancy things here. Hey, you got him a downright nice gift, I'm telling you.
Yes, I did.
But it sure is a confused thing, I'm telling you, dude. Uh, oh, well, where is anybody around over here? Yeah, I can't tell. See, when now they done gone. I guess they're having problems. I don't know. Well, I can always sit here and uh, chaw and jaw or twiddle my tongue. I don't see how my nephew does it. Well, I guess they all celebrating and all that kind of stuff still. Probably out drinking that moonshine and corn squeezing. Well, I'm waiting. Yeah. Guess they just don't have not all fired up with them questions because they all busy doing some whatever they doing. Of course, I think it's pretty late. I don't know. See, what did they say we was getting? If it's about 12:30, I think that's what they say about 12:30 here. So I don't know what it would be over there. And what was that young missy over Jilly, I think. I think that's about right. Jilly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think I think it's probably about pert near morning. Probably already about like now that dang weather got me all got my sinuses all a running. And man, it's a wonder my lumbago ain't got all acting up. I'm telling you. I guess they all on vacation. Uh, now this is a newfangled thing here. Oh, Missy, I don't have my chaw.
You want to go get you some?
Nah. Can I get one of them smoky sticks things there?
Of course. You want me to let you one out?
Yeah, well, light me up one of them things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like my chaw, but if I ain't got my chaw, I either jaw or I smoke me pipe, but I ain't got neither one of them, so I got one of these. Well, hi there, Smoking Joe. Hey, this is here old Grandpa. How you doing? I hope everything going all right. You got any questions for old Grandpa? Yeah, a lot of people been wanting to ask me questions, but ain't had a chance to write because of the holidays and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean, jelly beans. Yeah, glad you could join us. Hope you had a real good holiday. Yeah, and let me get my specs adjusted. Yeah, I've been wondering about that LOL. Oh, okay. Must be a code, LOL. Okay. Okay, New Zealand. Huh. Smoking Joe. And this be the what I understand is the miss, right? Yeah, am I right? This is young Missy right here, right? I'm talking to? Yeah. So how's everything going? Everything going okay? You running into hobbits over there? I've been hearing tales about them hobbits. They've been living in holes in the ground. I said, oh yeah, yeah, hey, you been watching any of Grandpa's movies? My shows. Everyone loved to listen to my tales. No, I didn't sit there and say, watch my tale. It's raining there? Well, it was raining out here. It just like a very, very light misting going on. Yep, yep. It little on the chilly side. Was freezing last night. Like about froze my butt off. I'm telling you. I'd about been like looking for my tush. Uh, well, I'll be darned. And young Missy, they saying that that William Hobbits lives about a half a mile away.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, you see that old Bilbo Baggins? Tell him I said howdy.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah. And Frodo done gave up that the precious, right? I think that would be wise if he did. You know what I mean? But I tell you what, I wouldn't want to invite one of them over. They'd eat you out of house and home. Yeah, boy, hot and muggy there. Boy, that would be real nice for you there, young Missy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, what else has been going on over there? You got a lot of that lockdown stuff going on over there? From this, what do they call that stuff? Corona? Like what were they thinking? Naming that after a drink? You know, they're like, man, what's wrong with these people? I swear. Yeah. That yeah, if you get a chance, you can come on over and on this UbiTubi and just sit there and watch some of my shows. Well, my nephew is sitting there, said he's going to honor me by doing a movie for me. Yeah, he's going to so that way I could be able to teach people how to do the paranormal. You know, on the investigations. Yep, show them how to do it right. See, a lot of people don't know about Bessie and Gimpy. Now, Bessie is my shotgun. Had that one for a long time. I've tried some of these new fangled ones and they ain't worth a dime. But Gimpy, my dog, well, yeah. Well, so, well, we ought to move to New Zealand. I need to tell nephew. They're virus free now there in New Zealand.
Nice, man.
Hey, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better watch the front doors and back doors. People be beating the pathway trying to get there so they can stay safe. Yeah, and keep an eye on them front and back doors there. Oh, yeah. Better keep a close eye. What time is it there? I can't keep up with all this newfangled time and all this kind of stuff. You know, differences between the U.S. and overseas. Yep. See my specs. You know, I have to keep looking down over like this. I have a hard time with it. They had them bifocals on these new glasses, and I'm having a hard time. I can see like this, but boy, like this, it's all blurred. Yeah, so much for newfangled glasses, right? Oh, you have to excuse me. I've been I've been doing my mouthwash. Yeah. Wow. 7:37 p.m. in New Zealand.
Oh, that's early.
Wow. Dang. Now this is 7:37 p.m. Saturday evening, right? That is correct. Wow. No, oh, it's a day ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So Sunday there. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
I see. I've been catching up on that newfangled lingo talking y'all young folks. You talking about cool and
Uh,
awesome and and all that. That's why I like that awesome possum gravy. That's right.
uh,
Oh wow, staying ahead of time. Well, let's see. Maybe if I can get some mouthwash here, I can get prepared to tell a tale. And and if you can't stay on very long, that's okay. You can always come back and finish watching it, later. Yeah. Well, we right now we are just well, we just entered into Saturday. We're at 12:40 a.m. on Saturday morning. Yep. Well, dang, I think these fire sticks go out too quick. Or maybe just me jabbing my jaws
so
too.
you got the fan on.
Okay. Well, I want to start a tale. And if anyone wants to join in and listen, they'll probably catch it right in the middle, somewhere in there, whatever. Well, I'm kind of going to hit on a little bit about a story I already told. Maybe elaborate a little bit more. If anyone got a question, they can just ask it. You can ask just away, okay? All right. Now, back back in the 1800s, I think that was around by like 1889 or 18. Yeah, I know. I look pretty good for my age, but I eat a lot of good victuals. That's right. That's the secret to a long life. That's right. And a lot of chaw. Yep. That's right. Well, anyway, back around 1889, 1899, somewhere around in there. Well, back we used to live way out in the mountains. You know, I can recall that this is out on towards the east coast, around over out in the mountains on the eastern part of the U.S. Well, back then they had them days they had their honky tonks. You know what a honky tonk is, right? And they had a honky tonk, but there was one but then it wasn't real fancy like they are now. But anyway, I can recall. Yeah, that's right. It's a good mouthwash. I can recall that this one particular one was in an old log cabin there. It was like a two-story cabin, old log cabin, and of course, needless to say, with all the crooked deals and all the shooting and gambling and everything else went on there. Finally, they had to shut down because a lot of them got run out of town on a rail, and we're not talking on the tracks either. Some of them got tarred and feathered. But anyway, I can recall that there was a young fella came over. This was probably about 5 years, 8, 10 years after they done shut that place down. And there was a lot of problem with haunts around there. So, they always knew that old Grandpa, of course, back then they didn't call me Grandpa, they called me or Silas, but when I'm telling my story, I refer to myself just as Grandpa, yeah, whatever. Anyway, the young man came over and he come over and said, he said, we got some problem with some haunts. See, I was what they would call today a good ghostbuster. You know, I knew how to get rid of them haunts. So I said, okay, I'll come over. Yeah, people was afraid because it was a little dirt road that went right along right by that, and boy, people had to go home and go to town and stuff, and they was afraid. So anyway, I can recall I brought my dog Gimpy and had old Bessie with me, and so anyway, I recall it was real late. There was a moon up, it was a full moon, it was bright, not cloudy at all. But I had my lantern with me. Me and old Gimpy, we went right along over there and we checked it out. We was in there looking it over, and I'll be dang. Next thing you know, Gimpy was snarling and growling near the back room, and it was on the upstairs though. And he was growling and carrying on something fierce. Oh, so we went up there, and boy, he was the hackles on the back of his neck was up, and them ears flattened out, and his teeth were just showing, and he was ready to get somebody. So I started looking, I couldn't see nothing at first, but then all of a sudden, there was a window where the moonlight was coming right through, and something moved past, and it looked white. And I said, "All right, you honk, you better get out of here. I ain't afraid of you. So you better get out of here." Says, you're a gunner." Next thing you know, that honk started coming at me. Well, I picked old Bessie up, and I let that honk have it, both barrels. And I ain't never seen such a thing in my whole life. That honk went flying back and hit the wall. Boy, old Gimpy was fixing to get all over. I said, "No, don't touch that. Get over and sit down, and you don't know where that thing's been." So anyway, you know what? I went over and took a look, and that was a real shocker. Now, I didn't know haunts was fashionable. That's right. Then that dang thing was very fashionable. It was wearing a fancy sheet. Yeah. And I ain't kidding. They ain't even like to have its initials up there. I'm not joking. It had KKK on it. I'm thinking, well, K Kick or whatever the thing the name is, that was a dead haunt. That had a lot of red on that thing, but hey, for the end of that haunt went in there coming back over there no more. And you know what? It didn't. That's right. Everybody was sitting there thanking me for getting rid of the haunts. They had a lot of problem over there. They was afraid, but when they found out that I got rid of that haunt, Yeah, you better believe it. Got rid of that thing. But you know what? I think, amongst them spookies, them spooks, them haunts, I think they must got some kind of word along the grapevine. And they thought they were gonna come over and try to do a barbecue out in my backyard. Well, I fixed that too, 'cause see but they didn't know how to do it right. They had to look like a cross all on fire out there in my front yard. Yeah, a bunch of them haunts out there, all wearing them fashionable sheets. But see, I had a whole pack of dogs. I had Gimpy, and I had Grumpy, and I had a whole mess of them. I can't remember all their names, but me and my dogs and old Bessie made quick work of them. Boy, they chased them all out, and in fact, Gimpy treed one. Well, I helped Gimpy. I killed that haunt too. But boy, they was a running. They were running like jackrabbits with their tails on fire. I'm telling you. I even had there was one of my dogs had one jumping in and hollering and it screaming. I never heard a haunt do such making such a terrible noises. I'm telling you, yeah, it was just awful. Yep, it was awful. It was plumb terrible. Well, that was the end of that story. But okay, I guess it was pretty late. I guess they had supper or something. And so anyway, I'm sitting here waiting. It must be noise. I don't know if there's gonna be anybody in there. Let's see. Well, Smokey Joe sit there and said that was good mouthwash. He ain't whistling with Dixie. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see, what time is it? Well, I guess if no one else has got anything here going on, I'm gonna give another about 5, 10 minutes, and then if no one shows up, I'm gonna shut this thing down. I'll have one of y'all shut it down for me. And anyway, I just started helping myself without asking you, Missy.
Oh.
I, that's the way I get. I want to have chaw when I'm telling my stories, and there ain't no chaw right now. Oh, goodness. Well, I guess Tammy and yeah. I guess they and Julie and them.
Lori?
Well, I heard that Becky was asleep.
Oh.
No, not sleep. Well, resting.
Yeah.
Cause of having being sick, and not feeling good.
What about kicking horse?
Well, I don't think Kicking Horse really knows fully on all this from what what War Horse said.
Mm.
Yeah, okay, alrighty, let's see. Still 0 on there right now. Was 1. We had 1 audience. Yeah. Okay, alright. Well, I don't know where we even begin. See where I can't see like this. I gotta have to look over these specs. Well, yeah, what everyone calls burps. They're just a good compliment on the food and mouthwash and
mouth fart.
yeah, mouth farts. And they're good coming out the back doors or there's a front, so I mean either way. Oh, they see how they said, wow. So we've been on here 25 minutes, fixing to go on 26. Didn't seem like that long.
No.
It's like, okay. Well, Jared, if you watch time you watching this is the way I understand how this Tubby stuff works. Warhorse said to tell you that he got a video up, we'll have it up, for you, let's see, Saturday night, late Saturday night. Yeah, kind of supporting you on the anti-bullying. I hate bullies. He can't stand them either. I can't stand dang bullies.
Hey, you got scalp.
Boy, I think a bully needs to be bullied, and what I mean by that is putting them out in the pasture and let the bulls do the work. That would be the way to do it. And of course, needless to say, any of them ever try to mess with old Grandpa, so there's old Bessie and them jalapeno pepper seeds. Oh, yeah, yeah. That'll really get the going on them. Oh, yeah, I'm telling you. Well, I'm not sure all of this stuff, but this is pretty interesting. I mean, yeah, and it's real thrilling sitting over here talking to oneself, sorta. Good thing I got you right here, shouldn't I? I'd be sitting over here twiddling my thumbs, or probably did get my carving knife and get me a stick and start whittling, but I don't think Missy over here would appreciate all the wood shavings on the floor and such. I don't think that would be a good idea. You know, that's how you while the time away when you're waiting, and when you're on Indian time. That's right. I wish everybody would be on Indian time. Be a better place. I'm telling you. No, I'm not talking about like from India. I'm talking about what everyone calls the American Indians. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, yeah. Indian time, best time in the you there. You get there when you get there. And another way to say it, it is what it is, and it is what it is, and that's all there is to it. That's what I say, and that's what they say, and there you go. Well, let's see. Dang thing went out on me again.
Golly. What are you looking for? A lighter?
Yeah, oh, there's that thing. Well, I can remember when I used to have dang good lighters.
A lighter?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get me a dang good one, especially for smoking me pipes. It's like, I mean, of course, I don't smoke pipes that much, but, the chop, bad habit, but it's so good. It's better than dipping. I remember my one brother. He was a wee little feller. He watched my grandmother. She was a dipper. She was dipping snuff, but she had a little snuff can. She'd sit there and spit in that thing. He thought she was drinking something out of it. He kept trying to get it, and she'd hide it. But he didn't believe in giving up on something real easy, so he ended up crawled up onto a chair and got up onto a cabinet, and he ended up finding that little can, and he drank out. And I ain't never seen somebody ever turn so green in all my life. He was greener. He was greener than a green apple. And boy, he never touched that stuff again. Ah, yeah. That was funny. Nasty but funny. you know. But I just but back to that bully stuff. I just want to say, And if anyone that's watching is a bully, well, all I gotta say is you haven't met Bessie. See, and if you ever met Bessie, that's a surefire cure of all your bullying. You'll be bully free. That's right. You'll never bully another one. I can't stand bullies. They bully everybody and push everybody around, and I can't stand them. See, and the bullies, I found out a long time ago that they ain't nothing but cowards, especially when they ain't got their backup with them. And even their backups are cowards when they're by themselves. So, I mean, they ain't nothing but a bunch of cowards. And the backup is scared of the bully, and that's why he gets them in on all that bullying. That's the way a lot of them are, whether they guys or girls, it don't make no difference. I've seen it all. Bunch of dang old.
Fools.
That's right.
Idiots.
Exactly. Idiots.
Stupid.
And I don't have no toleration for idiots. That's right. Idiots. It's all they all are. Idiots. So, well, I'll let my nephew give you more uh, encouragement for anyone out there who hates bullies and who's being bullied. It's like it ain't gonna do you no good to snuff them out, or what. But if you had some pepper seeds like I used with old Bessie, that'll burn them their hides real good and make them run for the hills. Yeah, but anyway, no, seriously though, bullies ain't got no sting. I can't. Oh, okay. That's just I think my nephew said that's a notification for something, whatever. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I ain't got you know I ain't got no fear of bullies. The bullies, they get their strength, and from bullying people who are weaker than themselves, or that they think is weaker than them. But when those people stand up to them, they can't stand it, and eventually they have to go elsewhere. Now, you get all kinds of bullies in this world, and a lot of them like to do that shaming. They like to try to shame you, make you feel guilty and bad and stuff, and then young people go around killing themselves when they got such a long life ahead of them, and they snuff it short. That's a shame. So, I think some of you whippersnappers out there ought to just get with it and start helping these ones. Excuse me. Get with helping these ones who's having a problem with the bullying. And you who are having problems with the bullying need to speak up. See, unity, there's a lot of strength in unity. You know that? That's right. When you outnumber the bullies with good thinking and good heart, you got courage and love in your heart, well, they can't stand it. It's like cutting a haunt from its home. That's right. So you just stay in there, never give up, and never surrender at all. That's right. You just keep on going. So anyway, I think everybody has called it good night, and they're all in bedlam and all that kind of stuff. So snoozing and snoring and sawing them logs and all that, and off in dreamland, yeah. So I'm hoping y'all had a good night. I don't know, wherever it is, you a good day, or we'll have a good day, or have whatever. Cause some parts of this world is day and another night, and somewhere in between. So I want to say thank you. And you be sure you write to me, okay? The address that my nephew always puts up and stuff. He has an address that you can set, and you can just go ahead and write and ask questions. Or you can send the questions email, but I like to see the letters. I enjoy that. And then I get to read the letters. Oh, some kind of notification thing popping up over here. Anyway, um, hey, I want to hear from you, and thank you always for watching my shows and things. Thank you very much, very kindly. So let me just say, until the next time, I just want to say, just thank you, and you be blessed, and I will catch you later. So until then, y'all come back now. You hear?